under Nigerian's constitution. It is also not a crime under the African Charter of Human Rights. To understand what I mean very clear, Section 33 of the Nigerian Constitution made it clear.
Wonderful people, viewers and subscribers, update just dropped. I am looking at my left hand side here is my desktop, and what I opened there is the Daily Trust. Daily Trust is one of the Nigerian leading propagandist newspapers who specializes in passing false information about Biafra. Daily Trust, according to my findings and from all indications, is being owned by a Muslim Fulani. So for them to post anything that got to do with Biafra or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it is a haram abomination to them. But of recent, they have chosen to be posting about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And what is the news they bring to us today? Please, if you are with your smartphone there, help me to go to Daily Trust to home and choose under entertainment the publication of yesterday, being the 12th day in the month of April in the year of 2026, says, and I quote, that many Nigerian pastors have queued online in Sokoto prison just to visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And according to them, he said, one of the most influential pastors of all time, you will not believe, have been spotted in Sokoto prison where he went to visit. I don't know whether their news is authentic or it is their normal propaganda, but that is what I saw this morning. And from different quarters, I have read this message that our brother, the only man that tell you he sold everything he had, he were able to raise $1 million and he give it to God. And then God will start to bless him. That is the man. If you know the man I'm talking about, they say his name na David Ibibio. David Ibi something. I think David Ibio. Yeah, they said the man was spotted in Sokoto where he went to visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Allegedly. Hey, you know why? I think I have explained this word before. Allegedly. I know why I use that allegedly, because anything that happens in Nigeria today, tomorrow, that person might come out and tell you, na AI you see there, say no be him, say na AI it be me. So allegedly is very much important to be added in this kind of scenario, because it's only in Nigeria you will see somebody do something. Now when you catch him red-handed, especially all these our pastors and all these our politicians, they will tell you no, say na AI, or they will tell you say na assassination of character, case closed, court will take over from there. And you know what their court means? The highest buyer gets justice. So this information, okay, I'm going to play most of the clips I have here with me so that you can also hear it from another quarter, even if not directly, but similar to what I am trying to tell you, or what Daily Trust posted earlier on yesterday. Yesterday is a Sunday, and we all can attest to that. So please, I would like you to continue listening to this message. A lot of pastors have been mentioned though. If I call names now, my brother, he got something now, but let us keep it at a low key, the way it is now, okay? Let us just listen to this, our brother, and then we'll come back here for more discussion. Like, share, comment. Please subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos. Now you get this thumb up, please. Oh yeah, regade.
Look at what it says. Listen to this. Under Nigerian law, self-defense is a recognized legal defense against charges of harm or homicide. Section 33 of the Constitution protects the right to life, while Sections 286, 287 of the Criminal Code and Section 59 of the Penal Code permit the use of reasonable proportional force to protect oneself or property from unlawful attack. So they are making it very clear that self-defense is not a crime. However, they said that it permits the use of reasonable proportional force to protect oneself. What it simply means is that your defense must be reasonable and it must be proportional. Proportional means equal, right? I'm not a legal practitioner, but I think this is self-explanatory, that if somebody wants to unalive you with a knife, you can defend yourself with a knife.
No.
Right? But then to understand this the more, listen to this. It says proportionality.
Let me correct this, my brother. If somebody wants to unalive you with a knife, you can defend yourself. Yes, in another country. In Nigeria, no, they will tell you run for your life. so that tomorrow the person will still come back and buy you unaware. So I just want to correct it. For record purposes, self-defense is within your own right as a citizen, as a human being. But in Nigeria, it is a crime. The world is watching. That was why I need to make this correction, so that they will not carry this perception that, oh, self-defense in Nigeria, you can defend yourself. No. Sunday Jackson was sentenced to death because he defended himself. Somebody will come to buy him. We don't stab him with his last strength. He'll be able to grab the dagger from the Fulani terrorists. And what happens next is life sentence. But thank God for the intervention of the government of US and all human rights activists, left, right, and center, both local and international, that got that word released. If not, the Sharia court and the Sharia community says that guy must go down. For one Fulani man, oh, imagine Fulani, how many people they don't buy in Nigeria. For one Fulani man, they say that man must go to life sentence. But if not Fulani buy that guy now, they will tell him, they are special, no, they are prodigal sons, sorry, they are prodigal sons.
Which you can use, right? The force used must be proportional to the threat. Excessive force can negate a self-defense claim and lead to criminal charges. So you see it, they are saying that your defense must be proportional, it must be equal. If somebody wants to unalive you with a gun, you can also use gun to defend yourself. I believe that is what it is saying. Now look at this, the final part. It says, imminent threat. The danger must be immediate. Self-defense is not a justification for revenge. As it happen there, as well it happen there. Don't be say, person don't do something, go. Then you go in house, go revenge. That one is not self-defense. That is what they are saying. However, are you aware that this self-defense is one of the reasons why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was sentenced to life imprisonment? Yes, under the 5 count charges they leveled against him. One of these, under the terrorism charges, they said that, through his broadcast, he told his followers to defend themselves and also to kill security personnel. That is what they said under the terrorism charges. However, today, some Nigerian pastors are coming out to tell us more about this self-defense.
Okay.
Oh yes, I have, some of them coming out to tell us more about self-defense. So please, I want to beg you to just calm your nerves, take a little time and listen to some of these Nigerian pastors where they said, things about self-defense. Then you drop your comment in the comment section what you think. I promise you that in this channel, I'm going to be bringing you educative content, right? So please, I want to beg you to take time and listen to them. Then you understand what or where we are going. Please listen to them.
See, anything you can do to defend yourself, self-defense is not a crime. Don't let any vagabond come and kill you.
Let me correct this impression now, because a lot of people now is going to be waiting. Oh, where did they mention Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? We are sorry. Where did they mention Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Now we agree with you. What he says is exactly what put Mazi Nnamdi Kanu where he is. So for them now to come out now to preach the same thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu preached and nobody is harassing them, it means directly or indirectly they are telling that young man, we are sorry. We are sorry that we couldn't talk about your ordeals. That's exactly what it means. But some people will still come now to tell me, I didn't hear where they mentioned Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we are sorry. Or I didn't hear where they mentioned Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we have gone to Sokoto prison to visit you. My brother, sometimes all these our pastors, they just behave like politicians. Politicians can never tell you word straight. No, politicians will always build politicians. So our pastors and our reverend fathers are another version of politicians we have in that country, or rather in that contraction called Nigeria. Because they will never come straight to tell you things. They will always come indirectly. You are now going to use your number-6 to know exactly what they say, where they are heading to, or rather where they are coming from. I don't think you are getting my point, right? I'm just trying to explain things so that somebody will not come to my comment section and now say, oh, you made mention of this, maybe in your headline or whatever, or in your caption, that something like this Latin, but we didn't hear it. I come in peace. Oh yeah, now let's continue.
When you have purpose to fulfill, the time has come for us not only to pray, but to rise up.
Okay.
You know that sword that we put aside? Jesus didn't say we should throw it away. He said, put your sword aside. Because when Satan comes spiritually, confront him spiritually. But when he stupidly comes physically, show him that even physically, you are not weak. The error of saying do nothing is over.
The pastor was saying the hour of let us look for peace. Say the hour is over. Christian Association of Nigeria can have called for every Christians out there to defend themselves because they were thinking that this is going to end today and tomorrow. No, it will not go to end. It is going to continue. Let's continue listening to this, our pastor, please.
He didn't say we should not use force. He said the horse is prepared for the day of battle. Victory is the Lord's. He didn't say we should not have horses. He didn't say we should not have chariots. He just said we shouldn't put our trust there. But we should have it. See, anything you can do to defend yourself, self-defense is not a crime. Don't let any vagabond come and kill you when you have purpose to fulfill. In a country like this, where government has failed, they don't even have conscience. They don't have human sympathy. And they are not ashamed. They fail and they are still talking. How can a government be doing all this campaign for second term? Why don't they even have sense to know that effective governance is the biggest campaign for continuity? You are in power, you are fighting for power. So when you are in power, prove that you qualify to be there. Your records, your impact, your result should make the people say continue. They kill people, they think it's about speech. And the speech, they can't make it. Don't let anybody kill you. Self-defense is not what? A crime.
Well, should I say, or should I say okay, let me put it this way. Can I praise them now they are making sense? No, I cannot praise them. No, you would have tell your congregation to continue praying now. Oh, now I don't wake up from your sleeping slumber. You're no more waiting for God of Israel to come and fight for you, right? When Israel are fighting with the missiles and bombs. Ndara.
It's not a crime. If you need to fight in the spirit, fight. If you need to fight in the natural, fight. All of them is spiritual empowerment. Did you read the Old Testament? How did they fight? David consulted the Urim and the Thummim. And he said, when you see the mulberry tree move, I've gone ahead.
Yes.
So there's one part for prayer, there's another part for wisdom, there's another part for governmental connection, there's another part for economic power, there's another part for military might. In the Nehemiah generation we rise. You are watching in prayer and you have your weapon by your side. Don't carry only hand balm or see. Hand balm is important, it's prophetic. But in addition to it, be well armed. When we travel around, you think we just pray and travel? We move heavily armed. We write to all the appropriate authority to receive sufficient God cover. You know, because you are in a system that is failing, and those in charge don't have integrity. They don't have shame. People are killed in their hundreds. They think it's about speech making. They think it's about eye service, about optics. Meanwhile, I hear people saying, when things like this happen, speak out, speak out. It's not now we should speak out. The problem with us is that we don't hear. You speak out during election.
Okay.
And when those who are leading you spiritually say this is where you should go, you don't hear. It's my tribe. I'm from this place. Now, they are killing people. They don't care which tribe you belong to.
Okay.
The problem is that election election is still coming. We will still talk. You will still say it's my tribe. When they are now killing people, you are saying, where are the pastors? They should speak up. When we spoke up, did you hear?
How many
of you followed your pastor in voting?
Okay.
They come and give you 2,000 naira, 5,000 naira, and they kill your children. Enough is enough. Prepare for 2027. While you are praying and defending yourself, they are life to see them voted out.
Yes. We are want to Biafra beg talk about Biafra. August 2, so
stop with this nation. It must what? Stop. It must stop. Nobody's talking, it must stop. We can't be killing Christians.
That is the voice of David Ibiomi speaking also on this case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, saying him, we are sorry, whether directly or indirectly, I don't care how you say it, but all of them must come to realize that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the only true prophet. I repeat, Nnamdi Kanu is the only true prophet. If you like, believe it. If you don't like, it's up to you. That is what I believe. And I cannot force you to believe what I believe. And you cannot force me to believe what you believe. So that is my own belief.
Christian is not. Wake up from your slumber. Wake up from your what? Christian is not. Wake up. Israel is a small nation. They didn't allow Arabs to kill them. Stop. They can't defend you. Defend yourself. Christians in the north. Stop waiting for them. They can't defend you. Defend yourself. Israel is a small nation. They didn't wait for anybody to defend them. They defend themselves. Get out! You two go and get your walking stick. Get your what? Get your walking stick. I said walking stick. I said what? Get out! It's possible to stay in the midst of your enemies and still rule. Israel is in the midst of their... But they allowed them to subdue them. It's possible to live there and they fear you. You know why? I was meditating. I said, upon your laws. In America, why have they not abolished gun law? You know what made me? If they abolish gun law, all these mad people like Nigeria will misbehave. But nobody will misbehave in America because the next neighbor has his own. If they abolish gun law in America today, you see this happen in Nigeria, will happen in America. But when you know your neighbor has, you be mad to enter his house. I know a young man who was in this church. He had 24. One day he showed me, he said, Papa, 24. I said, what can you do with this? I just like to be around it, 24. In Houston, Texas. He was bringing them out. I said, are you a soldier? He said, Papa, I just like it. 24. One bazooka, one this one. Okay, what will make you enter that kind of my house? So no matter they talk, they complain, this gun, the mad people to their madness. Don't see any madman who point gun at a man who has gone to. Then they tell you, cheat, deaf man, say, one day. Then they tell you, cheat, say, hey, one day. He's a deaf man. As deaf as he is, when you go wrong. He said, rascal. They are rascal. They don't rascal go anywhere. Rascal go where? Rascal. And let me say this for humility before all people are hearing me. Nobody has a monopoly of wickedness. Nobody has a monopoly of what? In Jesus' name. You can't say anything because I didn't say anything. I said walking stick. You tell me what is the walking stick. I'm not stupid. When I mention gun, I mention America. I mention where? Did I mention gun in Nigeria? So you cannot misquote me. God, I said America. Nigeria. Everybody hold what? After chiefs in Nigeria, they hold walking sticks. Let's every chief goes what? So all our chiefs hold what? Section 59 of the Penal Code provides that nothing.
This is another pastor also saying sorry to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is number 3 pastor now, right? First one is a Yoruba man. The second one is a River State man, David Ibiomi. And this one now is a Benue man, Paul Eneche, saying sorry to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Please, listen.
An offense of which is done in the lawful exercise of the right of private defense. Whatever a person does to prevent himself from being killed does not amount to an offense. That is the Constitution. Anything a person does in order to prevent himself from being killed, whatever it is not an offense. Section 59 of the Penal Code provides that nothing is an offense of which is done in the lawful exercise of the right of private defense. Nothing is an offense. Vigilante groups hear the word. Nothing is an offense. Section 60.
Check our YouTube channel at Church Lumina for the full video.
If you want to get rid of this, and this.
Okay, you have heard what I said. Check or rather watch the full video on their personal website. That on the website of Paul NHS Church. I don't know their church. I don't know the name of his church. I don't even know his own website. You can also go to Ibiyomi page or their website and watch the full video of what he said concerning Nnamdi Kanu and how they have been saying sorry to that young man. And many more pastors are rising. Most of them are sending delegates to go to say sorry to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu directly or indirectly in Sokoto prison. And that is the information I brought to us this Monday morning. This is New Week. It shall be well with all of us. Please, make sure that this message keep going viral. Let me take a few comments and then we'll round up because Ugadoro, as a mengwangwa, Trading says, so why is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu still in prison? And men of God, all of them are keeping quiet. Well, most of them are beginning to speak. Chukwuemeka, another one, said, you all better lay hands on guns to march madness for madness, not prayers. And Doctor said, we will enter 2027 in Biafra territory. Syriacus, referendum is all we the Biafrans want. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for us, US and Israel. And according to Alotuku said, wake up my people, this is the time so that we can take our destinies on our own hands. According to this, my brother. So my people, now here we go take a bar break because I have a lot of videos to react today. And don't forget, our reactions are top notch. And just like I will always tell my fans out there, my audience out there, and those ones who love me, even if you hate me, I will always use this word. Our reactions to videos are top notch and we don't support violence. Yes, all we are doing here is to make sure that we make every living being that come across our videos to feel comfortable, to be watching it from beginning until the end, to be knowing line by line what have been said or what have been spoken on that very particular video. So have a nice day, my people. Please circulate this message, let it go viral. Nnamdi Kanu, in fact, I don't know whether I will call him now the overall god of Nigeria or Africa, because that guy represents a lot of things. People who sees the future have already seen him and see what the guy is going to become. So they are trying to cut his life short. But the one who sent him said the hikaba, so it's not going to happen. Anyway, I have nothing more to say. Until I come your way again, have a nice day. Come on.